believe at this point that I am live. Welcome. Hopefully things look okay. And I'm also hoping that the music is okay. It's a little bit difficult to tell, and somewhere in me recording the unboxing video that I recorded last night, the desktop audio situation got moved around, and I don't know how that happened. If you guys can't tell, I am bad at this, but I'm good at taking my meds, which is the next thing that we're going to do. I do also want to say from the jump that this playlist is a collaborative effort. Quite honestly, I say collaborative, a lot of it came from Azoth, who you will probably see in the chat at some point. And I'm going to turn the music up just a bit. We'll change it, we'll take it down just a wee bit so I'm not competing too much with it. But I'll turn it back up here in a second after we start the promo. But Azoth was like, here, let me choose some music for you. And usually I'd be a little... But Azoth has been kind of my ride or die this entire time, and when I was like, I'm getting burnt out of wavy music, he was like, oh, we're listening to video game music now? Okay, cool. Now, that being said, we might end up having to take certain songs off of the playlist at any given point, because they might not be royalty-free. But I figure with as often as I'm doing streams, I might as well just give it a go. So, yeah. Let me take a look-see-loo. No one's in my chat just yet, but that's okay. There we go. Alright. I also really like the background of this Chrono Cross music. Like, I don't know, I'm a sucker for glittery, pretty backgrounds and moving lights. It's very nice. There was a lot of care put into it, and I'm a fan. Anyway, yeah. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll just start with a 50, I think. Or not a 50, we'll start with a 25. At some point I do want to do a 50 tonight because I want that 10-minute break. Actually, you know what? Let's start with a 50. Let's just do it. I'm not feeling particularly tired. I don't really think that I need a warm-up. I will need time to go take my meds and then figure out what I'm doing for food because I'm fucking starving. But all that being said, let's do it. Alrighty, y'all. That was a pretty good pomo, I would say. Let me turn down the music in my ears just a bit. I left the message to be let's go. Let's go, indeed. Let's go hydrate. Yeah, that was a pretty good pomo for me. I enjoyed that. I took my meds, fed the cats, found myself food, cleaned my desk in the time that it took for my food to cook and cool off. Listened to some jammin' vibes the entire time. I'm a fan. So far, I've really enjoyed most of the songs that I've listened to. I'm just a little worried about getting that, like, big fat, you can't royalty on this. You can't royalty on this? Bro, I'm so tired. I don't want this to be a 1-hour stream, but if my brain does not start working, then it might be. Anyway, The main reason why I wanted to do a 10 was so that way we could take some time and fill the treats jar. And I'm pretty freaking excited about what I've got. Because not only do we have the Copicos and the Boba candies and all of the candy from the Daiso haul that I showed off in one of the more recent Manic Mondays, I also brought home an entire bag of Dove dark chocolates from work because they were about to expire and we didn't have any specials that we're going to be using. Oh my god, I hate hiccups so much, but you know, we do what we can. Also, what I did was all of the admin work that I was expecting to, or at least some of the admin work that I was expecting to, I suppose. But I got that started. I did most of the stuff. Anyway, let me grab the candy. We have a box of it. Azzy, are you still with me? Are you chilling? Did you end up leaving? I wouldn't blame you if you did. Oh, for a second there we had 2 people. And then they left. That is unfortunate, but that is okay. Yeah, Azzy, if you're still here, let me know. I'm assuming that you're the one person that's actively watching. Anyway, alright. I don't have a ton of space on my desk, so I guess I'll set this up here. And hopefully nothing falls. Hopefully nothing falls behind the desk, because that would really suck. As I said, I'm so hurt. Okay. I'm not sure how many of each candy we'll be able to fit, so I think we'll do 4 of each from the bags, and then see where that gets us. Man, please stop. Oh, she's gonna get into the box. But that's okay, with her no longer here, I can move the box in where she was sitting. Okay, so we've got the boba candies, and I am still going to put 4 of them in here. Even though I kind of burned out, that's okay. I still want to get through them, you know? So we'll put the 4 boba candies in there. We'll do the same with the Copicos. I do really like the Copicos, and I think that I will continue to like the Copicos. I've liked the Copicos since I was in high school, you know? Which is kind of wild. You grow up never thinking that you're going to stay when I was in high school. And then you turn 30. Which I haven't turned 30 yet. It'll be a couple weeks before I turn 30, but still. 4 Copicos in the jar. Perfect. Let's see, what else have we got open? We still have some haikus from the last time that we restocked the haikus. We've got a good mix of flavors. This one only comes with 3, so we'll go ahead and do 2 of the blue Hawaiian, 1 of the rainbow sherbet, and then 1 of the blue raspberry. I think that works fairly well. We have the Pachow, which it's no secret, I do love the Pachow. Occasionally, I crave the soda, but mostly it's going to be the Ramune. So we're going to do myself a favor and only put 2 of each in there. And I think that this is actually going to fill the jar. Or at least get it set up to where I can barely shake it. So. Alright, and then we've got the Gummy Soft Pachows. And that one, oh no, that one comes in 4 flavors, so we'll do 1 of each flavor and see where that gets us. So I've got a watermelon soda. I looked at the top. Okay, no, they're all blue, which is a little wild. An apple soda, which I'm very excited to try. An orange soda, and then what's the other one? Grape soda. I'm so about the idea of grape. Like, I've said it before, grape flavored candy is meh, in my opinion. I'm not finding any. Okay, there's a single one. Are there any others? There's 1, 2, okay. There's a 3rd. We're chill. It's fine. Man, this is gonna get me like really excited to do Pomos. Like, I'm gonna come home and be like, I want that candy, man. And then we've got the Ramune hard candies. I'm really excited for these, dude. I'm so freaking hyped to have like fruity hard candies in the jar. You feel me? 2, 3. The only problem is that they are pretty small. Oh, they have smiley faces on the wrapper. That's so cute. The only problem is that they are a little small. And we're also running out of space in the jar. Like, look at that. I think 4 of each might have been too much, but like, we live and we learn, I guess. I don't like those potatoes. Wow, nice. Ideally, I would like to be able to close this box and also not have anything fall out, but like, we'll see how that goes. What is this track? Is this another Chrono Crusade one? Oh, it's another Mega Man one. Okay, guys. I feel like I've severely underestimated Mega Man as, like, a force to be reckoned with as far as music is concerned. Alright, and then we've got 4 Duck Chocolates. Now, I did catch my partner trying to break into this bag, and I had to be like, hey, no, that's gonna be for a video. I didn't even make a big deal about opening it, but still. So I'm going to offer her, I think, 2 of these, and then tell her if she wants chocolate, she has to get her own. Like, if she wants more chocolate, she has to get her own. Okay, so new goal. We're gonna try to get through those 4 bags. I don't know if we'll be able to do it in the next 3 months, because we only have 3 and less than a half month before the end of the year. But I think trying to get through it by the reboot would be a good idea, because it's so much, dude. And realistically, if we do 4, 2, 3, 4, how many bags did I do of candy? That's 5, 6, 7, yeah, so 7 times 4 is 28. That's 28 promos. That is ideally 7 streams to get through this. I think I'll give myself 10 just because, like, oh, fuck yeah, Furt Lock. This is the shit. I'm gonna turn this up just a bit. Azoth added this after he had made the initial playlist, and I was like, fuck yeah. I had poured these out to mix them initially, so I'm gonna give these a little bit of a mix, just so that way I have a little bit of variety to pick from, and I'm not just picking from the top. God, I'm so freaking hyped. I don't think you guys understand. I really wanted to get through the last little bit of that, like, of what was left in the Treat Star, because I was getting burnt out on it. I think I had multiple boba candies at one point, just hanging out in various places, because I just, that might be a little too wild there for Furt Walk. I might not be audible. I was tired of it. I was like, oh boy, another boba candy. I'm so excited. I'm freaking, look at this. Look at the variety in there, dude. Oh, it's so good. It's gonna feel so good pulling candy out of this jar at the end of the stream. Regardless, I might still just do a 1-hour stream. I was hoping to research the upcoming election. Because we do have a special election coming up in Oklahoma, with some state questions, and that's going to be on Tuesday, so I have less than a week to educate myself on this, but also, like, I'm tired. I worked 8 hours today, I'm gonna work 8 hours tomorrow. I'm at a toss-up. I think I'll do another 25 and then see how I feel, and also that 25 might be a good amount of work. Like, that might be all I need, because I'm not looking at 14 different legislatures and, like, government officers. I'm looking at, I think, 4 state questions. And then there's the primary runoff, but I already know who I'm voting for in that, so. Fingers crossed the gubernatorial, I think is how it's pronounced. Fingers crossed. You know, y'all, if I'm gonna keep mispronouncing words, I was having struggles writing Wednesday in my Discord call. But I also want to listen to more of the video game playlist, because we are starting to get to the stuff that Azoth didn't initially add. This is kind of some of the stuff that, like, it was a little bit of a back and forth between him adding stuff and me adding stuff, so, yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, I think I'll go for another 25 and we'll see how that goes. Because if I can do a 4-hour pomo, not a 4-hour pomo, good lord, absolutely not. If I can do a 4 pomo run, a 2-hour stream, good shit. Good shit. I will say that I am craving something sweet after my corn dogs, so I will probably go get some cookies from the kitchen and eat those. I didn't eat the cookies that I had with my lunch today, so... Alright, there's no better time to start than with that. do want to start off this break, which probably will be the closeout for the end of the night, but I hope that the Xenoblade music is royalty free because it's got some good shit. I remember watching a playthrough way back in the day of Xenoblade Chronicles and being like, oh man, I should listen to more of this. It's good shit. So, I started to research state question number 844. I'm tired. I'm really tired. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to close out for the night. I'm going to film Manic Monday. Gonna get my 3 treats, and then go to sleep, I guess. I'll research the upcoming ballots a little bit more at a later point throughout the week. I don't think that'll do it on stream. I think I'll do it in my own time. Just because setting up stream, if I want to set up music like this, if I want to set up video game music, it means that I need to set up my second monitor, which is not terrible. It means that I get to see chat more easily while also having my main window to be able to look at shit. But yeah, I don't know, I'm tired, dude. Yeah. Okay. I don't know, I think that's it. Yeah. Peace, love, unity, respect. I will see you all either on Monday for a Manic Monday, or I will see you next Wednesday for another Study With Me stream. I can't call it Wavy Wednesday because we're not listening to wavy music anymore. So, I don't know. I'll find out some synonym for study at a later point that also alliterates with Wednesday. Yeah.